Cash Cousins. Turn it up. Cash Cousins in the track, what's up? Cash Cousins, yeah, we run it up. Cash Cousins, every night we live. Pull up, lock in, that's the vibe we give. No script, just moments, let it play. Talk our talk, then drift away. Cash Cousins, hear the name again. One stream as we do it all again. Cash Cousins. Cash Cousins. We live. Yeah. Cash Cousins. Cash Cousins. Turn it up. Cash Cousins in the chat, what's up? Cash Cousins, yeah, we run it up. Cash Cousins, every night we live. Pull up, lock in, that's the vibe we give. No script, just moments, let it play. Talk, I talk, then drift away. Cash Cousins, hear the name again. One stream as we do it all again. Cash Cousins.
What's going on, chat?
Yeah.
Yo, we're good. Okay, cool. All right. Um, so here is our comprehensive briefing covering the major updates for June 27th, 2026. Wall Street wrapped up the week on a strong note, rallying up the edge of all-time records. Um, the S&P 500 climbed up to 0.8% to a resting just at a 0.05% below its record high. AP News. The Dow Jones surged at 404 points at a 0.9%. That's on AP News as well, chat. The NASDAQ gained a 1% to lose at 20,000 on AP News. What drove the market? Better than expected. The economic reports on jobless claims and manufacturing orders eased inflation worries and helping tech and retail stocks bounce back from springtime tariffs anxieties. What you got, Mikey?
Yeah. And then there was UFC fights that I missed unfortunately because I was asleep, type deal. But yeah, in the main event, Rafael Fiziev was able to um bounce back because he had just got beaten by Ruffy, Mauricio Ruffy. Um, yeah, he was able to bounce back with the second round knockout against Manuel Torres with just 15 seconds left in the round. Spinning wheel kick. That bit was tough. That bit was tough. Definitely, definitely. It was right at the beginning of the round too, and he had just lost that round, and then right at the beginning, he just completely changed the tide. It was probably like tied up on into that round. So that was crazy, and he making a resurgence, being understood as one of the best strikers in the division. Honestly, even though he lost to Gaethje and all that twice, but still, I mean, he's like technically a really good kickboxer. And speaking of kickboxing, Shara Magomedov was able to survive that knockdown. That shit was crazy. That was crazy. I never seen him get knocked down like that. When he fought MVP, that's what we were expecting, but it just never came. And then this guy, Michelle Ferreira, that he's never really like on like that. I feel like, well, I mean, he's good, but he's like a veteran towards the end of his career, so it just caught me off guard to see that knockdown. But he was able to come back and win. But some people disagree with the fight. I mean, I watched a little bit of it. He probably won. It was kind of a lot. I mean, besides the knockdown, it was kind of lackluster. But and then yeah, I mean, those are really like the most important fights. Honestly, there was a couple crazy ones, but I gotta watch the rest of that card type shit. But
Right.
and then there's also just getting into the political type deals. Geopolitical tension spiked significantly over the weekend, centering around the Strait of Hormuz, 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 Hormuz in English. Um, type shit. Yeah. So the Strait of Hormuz conflict. I'm learning about history. Hopefully, it's fine. Anadolu and Janzi. Maybe that's like I don't know. But the U.S. military launched targeted airstrikes on Iranian missile and drone storage locations, following drone attacks on commercial vessels. In response, the Joint Maritime Information Center raised the the maritime security threat level to in the region to substantial. So while the Bahrain reported his territory was also targeted. Trade tariffs. U.S. President Donald Trump threatened a 100% tariff on any foreign nation that enforces digital service tax, targeting American tech firms. Extreme weather, massive heat wave gripping southern Europe has Rome residents moving strictly outdoors after sunset, while the western U.S. battles 37 uncontained large wildfires. Type deal, type deal.
Yeah.
Some shit, some shit, some shit.
All right, chat. For artificial intelligence, the AI landscape is officially transitioning out of its infancy into a high stakes corporate infrastructure phase. Um, the Agile Brand Guide is the profitable premises. Fresh financial analysis highlighted that the premier of um, AI firms are currently spending an average of $3 for every single dollar they pull in, with global data centers spending approaching 5 trillion. An MIT study revealed that 95% of current corporate AI intentives have yet to show a measurable return on ROI investments. That was shared on the Global Newswire. Also, the shift in competition analysis note that a AI race has shifted from who can build the absolute smartest model to a price and supply chain war, focusing on who can deliver a compute intelligence stably, massively, and as cheaply as possible. Uh, Note, um, AI is just getting better and better. So, Mikey, what else you got for us?
Yeah, and then fitness and health update. A major public health theme for late June revolves around adaptation to climate stressors, with record-breaking heat sweeping across multiple continents. Health agencies are issuing strict guidance on external heat illnesses. Expert urge fitness enthusiasts to move intense cardio indoors are strictly to the morning hours, as working in extreme humidity drastically reduces the body's natural ability to cool itself via sweat evaporation, which is true. I mean, but at the end of the day, you could probably just not go as intense. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, definitely be careful out there in the heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I definitely notice when I'm going on my jogs in Texas versus any other state, it's like way different, way different. I gotta tone it back a lot. So definitely, because you sweat so much faster. Like in places like Texas, like it's bad up here or down here. It's bad down here.
yeah,
Definitely. But yeah,
yeah.
throw
Chat,
it
be
to you.
ready to adapt to the climate. It's getting hotter.
Definitely.
So, um,
Facts.
moving on. If you were looking for a grounding and peace amidst, reflect on these verses today. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding,
Big facts.
will God will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ. And Philippians 4 through 6, 7. Um, Another one I want to share here is he says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations and will be exalted in the earth." The Psalms
What does
4:6.
exalted mean? 4:16. What does exalted mean? Or exalted? Is that like not hated against, but like you know what I'm saying, like disagreeing? Is that what that means? because that is facts. Like he, everybody celebrated Jesus' death, and they would still do that today. Like it's definitely a
It's
messed up world out there.
it's to describe something in a like a higher status.
Oh, okay. So it's the opposite type shit. But yeah, bro. In every situation,
So just don't worry, chat.
by prayer, petition,
Yeah.
present your request to God at all moments. Yeah, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding. So no matter how much you think you know, no matter how much money you made, at the end of the day, you don't know nothing compared to the man upstairs. And that's why we got to be humble. You know what I mean? There's always somebody better than us, and that man is Jesus Christ. So definitely, definitely keep your mind with God, and that's how you get the peace of God. Type deal. Yeah.
But all right, chat. That's the quick briefing for today.
Yeah. Quick briefing.
To cover the major updates. Um, Moving on to our first episode of What If Real Life Starts Feeling Like Social Media? Chat, what happens when the internet stops being a place where we visit and becomes the lens we experience life through on a daily? Um, this episode, it's going to be covered in roughly 60, 90 minutes. Um, yeah, just what I got for y'all here is just imagine waking up 10 years from now and realizing you haven't lived your life and you've just been performing it. Every meal, every conversation, and every achievement, every relationship, everything becomes something you're thinking about posting. So the question is, are we documenting our lives though, or are we slowly turning our lives into a performance?
And the crazy part is, we might not even notice it happening because everybody wants attention, everybody wants the validation, and everybody wants people to see what they're doing. But what happens when being seen, but what happens when being seen becomes more important than actually experiencing?
That's right. So we just gotta take notice on that.
Definitely.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
first episode, though. The whole point of this podcast. This is like also an introduction. The whole point of this podcast is we're just trying to understand where the road is. So we're gonna keep moving forward with the major updates whenever we post a stream. Um, so where the world is going, how people our age can also prepare and improve. So today we're talking about something we literally living through now. Um, like social media didn't just change how we communicate; it changed how we think. So that's what we're gonna be covering essentially. So what you got, Mikey?
So I mean, yeah, waking up 10 years from now, realizing you haven't lived your life. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, shit's all just jokes to most of these people. You know what I mean? And they, because they're not taking it serious. You can't truly enjoy life for what it is, and life should be peaceful. You know what I mean? Uh, and that regardless of what life throws at you, you should be peaceful with how you react to it. You know what I mean? You should carry yourself in a peaceful manner, and that way you have all the answers to every question for the most part. You know, we can't be perfect, but that's the whole idea, and that's honestly why we're doing this. We're trying to help people get better because every day you could join the battle with us. You know what I mean? Like, because every day is a new battle. Every day there's a couple different battles you got to fight, and so it's about how you battle those, and don't go on the dark side. Any day you could wake up and just be a completely different person than you were the day before. People act like that's not real, but it is. It really is. We are all just we're bouncing on a thin string. We could all just tip over like at any point straight up. And so we just want to help y'all make that rope that you're bouncing on a little wider, a little thicker. Pause. But yeah, straight up, bro. That's what we're trying to do. We want to help guide like Jesus would help guide his fellow human. You know what I mean? And that's what we're going for. But yeah, I mean,
That's right.
everybody wants attention. Everybody definitely wants the validation.
That's right, chat. Before moving to part one, when we get into when everything becomes content, just want to let y'all know a little bit about us is that we've been doing content for a while. We just never really had a reason to stay consistent. Um, we've done live streams, we've done it all. Um, Me and Mikey, we have a lot of experience in editing uh, and other stuff, etc. But I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all for tuning in. With being said, let's get into the first part when everything becomes content. Mikey, you can go ahead and start it off.
I got you. I got you. So what happens when everything becomes content?
Uh, so if we think about it, people used to take pictures because they wanted memories, like not even just pictures, but also paintings. They would, and then they would put those on the wall of family memories. It can also
Right.
be like the old, like actual paper photos. I'm talking about, like the ones you would spin or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
projector type ones or whatever. Um,
Definitely.
because they were just making memories. So
Yeah.
now sometimes people are experiencing something, and the first thought is like, how can I post this? And yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, is that always bad? Because documenting your journey can inspire people. People build businesses because they show their process.
uh, like yeah, it can be bad because then you're not being authentic. You're not. You're just doing it for the attention. Um,
Definitely.
and it can be good, yeah, if you're documenting your journey, and if you're inspiring the right people, you're trying to create a higher quality, a better
Yeah.
environment, better status. And you see that now where people are just, yeah, they're building businesses, but they're building or they're making a lot of money showing their process of partying, which is not very good. That's bad. Or they're actually
Definitely.
showing their process of their improvement, and they're making a generational change.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, they none of them are really 100% good. You know, like they all have something that's not very good. Like that. Like Andrew Tate. Like all these people like that you look up to. They say never meet your heroes because you know what I'm saying. That a lot of it is a facade because they start to get big headed. If you just start to document everything you're doing, you just start to get big headed. And then you start to like adopt values that really aren't that desirable, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter to you because you think you're doing everything the right way, you know what I mean? Just because you're documenting everything you're doing. No, you gotta have the right intentions behind it. Definitely.
Facts.
Yeah.
But the thing that like a good question is where is that line of good and bad? Um, where and when does documenting become actually performing at a high quality? And if you only do something because you're wanting to other people to see it, comment, like, react to it, um, you're not. Are you just doing it for yourself?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are definitely just doing that kind of stuff for themselves. Um, it, shit, yeah. Yeah. Wait, what you got to think about it? I'm still fucking trying to gather my thoughts.
Um, so where the line is I can go off examples here. Like we got like, and I'm not showing shade on streamers, but like Dean the Great, you got social platforms where they're designed where they have in control of just grabbing hella viewers and just trying to get your attention, and it's not the best content. It's very brain rot. Um, Partying, going to the club at 3 a.m. every night, like that's where it crosses the line, you know. And then you got where Andrew Tate, you got people that are doing stuff on politics, you got people, actually covering what 99% of people are sleeping on. You know what I mean? And that are actually needing to be needs attention on, right? Um, and it's like documenting your performance is like documenting you going to the gym every day, right? Like some streamers do that. Like I think Dean does that, for example, but um, you're not performing at your highest if you're going to club every night, right? At 3 a.m.
No.
So doing that, actually documenting from every waking hour. So if you're doing that for yourself and like you're checking your routines, you're checking what you got to do on that list, that you're not doing it for for others to see. You're doing it for yourself. You know, um, and there's a lot of social platforms that are designed around the attention. There's clips of where you got like a puzzle going on top, and then you got a clip of streamer, and then you got all these captions going on. Like you got all these accounts where it's just designed to brain rot and grab your attention and take your time when you can be actually performing on something else, you know, outside of social media. And that's really just because the human brain is naturally to respond to social approval, social gain, or whatever,
Uh,
your dopamine receptors. So, and that's just liking, commenting, reading comments. All of that stuff can reinforce behavior. Excuse me.
and that's the thing. And humans, just by by proxy, I guess, by default, they're always going to choose the easiest route. You know what I mean? So knowing that, it's very marketable to do something that is like evil or degenerate, because most people are inherently evil, because it's easy to be evil, and it's very hard to be good. You know what I mean? But it's very easy to work with the devil. And so people like Dean, they're basically trying to make money the easiest way possible, when in reality it's a hard and long road, a long journey to become good. And that's what we're trying to help you do. It's not an overnight kind of deal. You got to get better 1% every day. And these people that just act like, oh, we can just live life and just do this, like you could, but that doesn't mean I can't judge you, or doesn't mean God won't judge you on your final day. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it goes.
Right.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, the question would be, are we living or are we just creating a highlight reel? You know what I mean?
Mm,
You're just trying to get attention. So, and
definitely,
that,
yeah, I
that
agree.
that's a scary thing because you can have a perfect looking life on social media. You can have like living life, like whatever, live on a yacht, all this stuff, but you can still feel empty when the cameras turn off, and that is very much the case a lot of times.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
People just hide it. You know,
yeah, yeah. We're all human at the end of the day. Most of us, none of us are really perfect. Maybe some, a select few, but most of your favorite people have their own battles going on. Definitely,
yeah,
everybody, yeah, and it makes you realize that we're all the same in a sense. So people that you think are famous or whatever, and they're just better than you, they're not really better than you. It's opportunities. Maybe they worked a little harder, but at the end of the day, they still probably cry sometimes. They over stupid shit. Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
yeah,
We're just trying to get better every day.
yeah. So, chat. Moving on to the second part. This is really going to explain what we were just talking about and dive even deeper. Um, and that's just are people uh, performing at life? You know, do people start acting differently because they know they're being watched?
Yeah, I think people are becoming more aware of their image. Everybody has a personal brand now. Even normal people think about how they look online.
Yeah. Um, Especially people that do the personal brand and they're authentic. They're gonna be aware, and I feel like they don't have much to hide. Um, a, you know, a good example would be shout out to Jack Hopkins, CEO of Testosterone. He's very aware of his image, and he very much, very much so, created his own personal brand from scratch. And even normal people think that him online is the real person in IRL. So, um, but my question is having a personal brand actually a bad thing though? Um, because like companies do it, uh, celebrities do it, everybody, anybody, entrepreneurs do it, and the difference is like whether you can control it or if the algorithm and social media and your audience controls you.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dean, like I guarantee you, if he tried to get all spiritual and better, like his whole degenerate fan base, the part of it that is, would just stop watching. You know what I mean? Because he's letting it control him. So that is a good point, definitely.
And like you can even like you've even seen like creators of all sorts just like change over time as their
Oh
audience
yeah,
gotten bigger, like their personalities changed, what they were doing changed. um,
yeah,
they went from one thing to the other because they were getting more money on this activity, um, or chasing the train or whatever. Like, so it shows that people actually do change their personalities online. um,
yeah,
it's very common. So
yeah.
um,
It's very easy to do. It's easy to be wrong. People are fine with it. You know what I mean? It's honestly like acceptance for whatever you want to do. Like you know what I mean? Like we're all free. Like and we all just deserve to do whatever we want to do, even if it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, like no, we gotta be stricter about this shit. You know, we gotta be on top of this shit, and it's a day to day battle
right.
every day.
Like
Yeah,
I see a lot of content people, like they'll be like super like hype and whatnot,
all right.
and it just comes out super corny. And they just
Mm-hmm.
change their personality online because that's what gets the most views. You know what I'm saying? Or like
Definitely.
they'll just do like stupid stuff, bro. Like they'll just like act stupid, dude, just for online views and clout. And a lot of the
Yeah,
times as well, it's like people will not only like change their personalities but exaggerate their own even like lifestyle.
yeah, yeah. A lot of exaggeration, definitely. Just
Like
extra shit. Just cut that shit out, bro. Just try to just get closer to God at the end of the day, bro.
closer
You
to
just gotta
God.
keep preaching that. Keep preaching that. Keep thinking that.
Yeah.
You gotta get a count on how many times I say that, bro. Fuck.
Nah, cause like people will over exaggerate certain aspects of their lifestyle. Money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I bet everyone in their family has someone that does that, or a friend, you know, or a buddy or whatever, or a coworker, a boss. They just give off this impression that they're balling, but bro don't even got $100 in his wallet, you know.
Straight up. And it's the people that try to flex the most materialistic shit that are most of the time they're the poor ones. While the people that are like more nonchalant with their shit, wearing thrift store type shit, they're gonna be richer and more uh well based when it comes to money, obviously. So it's just like 100% of the time you could tell by how materialistic some people are because that shit it doesn't translate to anything. You know what I mean?
Like the real rich people or like the gray men are just gonna be wearing a shirt and pants and Converse, bro.
Straight up like business casual, like,
But then you
and
got
it's cheap for some of that shit.
yeah, and then you can always spot out a larper, bro, whenever they're wearing a full on suit and just flexing hard for no reason, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Like
Definitely
you look at Adam Sandler, bro. Like he is exactly um, on the
the
side of
opposite.
like on the side of good. Like doesn't exaggerate his lifestyle. He is authentic. Like he looks like he started from scratch, but he ain't. He's levels
Yeah,
ahead. Um,
straight up. Yeah.
so like even like you'll see someone with a Gucci belt on him, and bro doesn't even have money in his account. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's hilarious, Loki.
All of that because people are just chasing approval.
Definitely.
You know. Um,
Yeah, and it could be insecurity,
in
and
comparison,
that's
yeah,
yeah. When
definitely.
comparison, yeah, got to be something like that. Trying to compensate for some shit.
Facts. Cause like, I mean, I see like a Lamborghini at a light, and I'm like, damn, I should be in that. But the thing is
um,
though, this is where it can be a bad influence because that guy could be faking, and even
yeah.
though it's bad for him to be doing, it's also kind of a good thing because in that if you use it right, use the right feedback and the right actions, you can motivate yourself and take the actions to be in his shoes. You know what I'm saying? In the right
Oh,
way.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if nobody could ever see what you achieved, chat, would you still chase it? If you achieved, boxing champion, but there was no cameras, would you still chase it? MMA champ, Mikey, would you? No cameras, no money.
um. Personally, that's another thing about me and Shane. We're fucking at our core. We're elite athletes, and not like performing wise, but like attributes, skill, talent, natural ability. I would say that we're built for this shit. We're made for this shit. So even if I wasn't making any money, best believe I would be a fucking gladiator back then, fighting in Coliseum. Because I know that that's probably what my ancestors did, and I know that's the best way, statistically speaking, I can make money. I have the tools, I'm capable, but obviously, if I couldn't make money from it, it's a different story. Definitely a different story. But I just feel like if you have the tools to do something like that, then you must enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. If you're good at something and you're doing it, you enjoy it. Like we go every time we go hoop, we enjoy it because we have some sort of skill. You know what I mean? And so yeah, it'd be like more of a hobby probably, but I'd still do it. Yeah, if I
Okay.
gotta work instead. Yeah, but it's different for everybody. You know what I mean? And that's how it really does compare it to other things in life. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Because I'll be honest, man. Like if you're documenting your journey out there and you're performing pretty low, but you all of a sudden got all this attention on your social media, it could be a good thing. It could end up motivating you. You should use that because now you have an audience that you're accounting for, and using that accountability to actually influence others. Showing that even when you're at a low performance, that you can create a high status. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, wrapping
and
up.
just oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You good? Continue. Oh shit. Yeah, is that you? What the fuck? What just happened?
You didn't see what I was doing or what?
Oh my god!
You didn't see what I was
Nah, this
doing? No, okay, okay. All right, chat. All right.
motherfucker, was he mogging right now?
Yeah, it's
In the
yeah.
middle? In the middle?
All right, but
Oh god.
yeah, bro. Like people that are tuned in, looking at this, we're starting from scratch. So even though we don't have any, much of an audience, we're still, trying to create high quality content, trying to be make people become better. So, um,
And that's all possible through the man upstairs and through another human that's Jesus. You know what I mean? Like literally anything's possible if you do it the right way. You know what I mean? Don't let these easy ways out, even though that's a natural human instinct to want to just do the easiest option, because the easiest option is always going to be the worst option. Anything worth achieving is going to be hard to get in this life. Anything. That's a fucking quote. You can look that shit up.
nah, it's facts. Like chat, you don't understand. Like we are literally starting from a small Google Doc,
Straight up.
writing out our whole idea for this whole stream, this whole content, this whole show. Like we're starting from nothing right now, but we have
Yeah.
so much experience already from previous
Yeah.
work, um, that God has given us a reason now to stay consistent and actually go all in on this. So, um,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And
Chad.
the goal is to help whoever we can. You know what I mean? Has pretty much nothing to do with the self approval or anything. None of that. Yeah, none of that. Yeah.
But yeah, moving on to the next part three. What disappears when privacy disappears? Um, what happens when everyone knows everything about you, about everyone? Where's our privacy at? Because privacy is used to be a normal, like it. You can make mistakes and you learn and you grow and nobody would even know, you know. Um, but now, since internet has been a thing and social media is ramped up like crazy, especially AI, um, now mistakes can follow people for forever, and that can be used to be made as bad memories, leave bad marks and people forever.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, they get everything, not just the good times. They get you when you're angry. People say things they don't mean when they're angry, and you just say some shit online. Like you got to be really careful what you're gonna put out in the public, because just because the country says you can say whatever you want and you think you can say whatever you want, companies they have different kind of laws. And that's just the way the law works. You know what I mean? They cannot hire you because of what you say, and that's how it should be. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to hire somebody if they're saying some stupid stuff. But yeah, at the end of the day, definitely be careful what you're putting out there. Definitely. And if it's gonna be anything, make sure it's something like that Jesus would do. What would Jesus do? You know what I mean? Just look at it in that kind of lens. But at the same time, transparency does create opportunities. People trust people they can see.
Yeah.
So the debate is privacy protection or is privacy hiding? And that's a good question.
I mean,
Probably a bit of both.
if privacy is privacy protecting or is privacy hiding? Um, it's a bit of both, man. There's definitely a line there where you your past mistakes, you can hide that, but it's still going to be in the cloud. Like for example, there's websites and domains that are still in the cloud, but you can't reach them anymore. there's leaks out there that you can't reach anymore. There's tweets and etc. that aren't on the exact account that was posted on, but they're lingering around somewhere in the cloud. So um, all that stuff is hidden, but can be brought up in a moment, or whatever. But
Yeah.
um, but it's also a protection too because you have like family, you have your assets, family assets, um, and etc. And that's stuff that you want to keep protected. So, exclude certain locations where like it feels like we're always being watched, and that's kind of a good thing because if you like, it's a good thing because we can, in a moment's notice, send a signal out to EMS or whatever. But like, it's also like kind of scary to know that someone has their location at all times. Like little Amber
That's true.
Alert on your phone, or like you can set an EMS thing on your phone if you're in danger or something like that. Like that's like privacy
Mhm.
protection. Like location protection. Like
Yeah, it's probably more needed.
yeah. Um, but the scary
But
thing. Go ahead. What you got?
but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think privacy is going to protect you. At the end of the day, you should be public with how you genuinely feel, and then you should listen to the feedback that you get for the most part, as long as it's like what Jesus would kind of be cool with you saying. You know what I mean? That's what you should always look at that lens first. But at the end of the day, privacy is not going to protect you in any sort of way because the truth will come out eventually, and you'll have to face the truth eventually. Whether it's online or whether you say some shit to some motherfucker and he's not the motherfucker to play around with, and he fucking assaults you or some shit, breaks the fucking law. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna fucking find out whether it's the hard way or it's the easy way. So, and that's what we're trying to really converse to you because the easiest way would just be to listen to listen to Jesus. You know what I mean? Eh, but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's really no hiding. The truth's gonna come out regardless. So just be real and be authentic.
Yeah.
Have good intentions. Have good intentions.
Yeah. Because if the internet can't protect you and you can't hide nothing from the internet sure as hell will never let you start over. So,
That is
um,
true. Very true.
just be careful, chat. With that being covered, we'll go into part 4.
Yeah.
So, will normal conversations ever change? Um, the questions to be asked will be: will people stop having deep conversations? Will AI change friendships? Will people become more comfortable with online than in real life? I think we already see that already. Like, I think one of the biggest changes just might be the attention span and the attention associated with social media, and AI falling apart into that now. AI is like making like fake clips or whatever just to get your attention. Like, it's crazy. I've seen some wild stuff. Like, um, if everyone is fighting for your own, like for your attention, like content creators and etc., and AI is a part of it now, the real conversation is like, with all of that being said, and your attention going elsewhere, where does a real conversation become like, or where do real videos start to come? And I feel like that's going to become actually rare.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not as authentic because it's made by another human that could be just as immoral as the next. You know what I mean? Since most of us are evil, why would I trust something that was made by one of us? You know what I mean? Why not trust something that was made by something bigger than yourselves or any of us in the world, which is obviously religion. But maybe humans adapt. Every generation thinks the next technology will run society, but the question is, do we control technology or does it control us? And it's definitely getting blurred there. But I think if you stay behind religion and you stay behind God, nothing in this life can control you. You know what I mean? That's the most potent power. It's literally 99% versus one, but that 1% is so potent that it'll always win. It'll always win. Good is always stronger than bad because it's harder to do. Anything harder to do, you're gonna get stronger from picking the easy option all day long.
Facts. Nah,
Yeah,
like chat. AI's gotten to the point now where like what is being made, it's they need to change on what they're optimizing. They're trying to build like the best AI to answer all your questions, but it really they should be trying to build the best system to help us out, like with manufacturing, etc. Not like build a better painting than us. Like that's stupid. That's what humans should be doing, and that's
yeah,
where it's
yeah. Like
weird.
on the objective realities, because the truth has become very subjective nowadays, and it's very like the line's very blurry. No one really knows what's objective truth, what's just subjective opinion, and so that's very up for debate when it comes to AI and shit. They should just be sticking to the simple like 2 plus 2 equals 4, undeniable. You can't argue anything else.
Yeah,
Gender is man and woman. You can't deny anything else. Uh, like factually correct shit they should be focusing on, but morality, all that kind of shit is left up for interpretation based on your religion. Every religion has a different set of morals. uh, it's facts though. What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck? Stop playing. All right, you need to leave. You need to leave. Lord,
I'm
Lord.
sorry, bro. I don't know why I was.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
uh,
Bro, don't get me when I start going my rap god shit while I'm looking at your ass directly in the camera like Elon Musk.
that's why I'm laughing. I was like, bro, this is getting so this is getting so real. I'm just staring at bro.
Bro, oh God, don't let me get going, bro.
uh,
I'm not speaking. It's the voice of God traveling through me.
nah, that's deep. That's deep. The thing is like
Hopefully.
the thing is like we control technology, but we're trying to we're not firing the right pistons for where technology is controlling certain things, and um, it's not good. Like I said, like we have AIs doing paintings when they should be building cars for us, like so we can be
Yeah.
doing more art, more what human things do.
Yeah, there's no such thing as an objectively good painting, you know what I mean? That's all subjective. There's no such thing, bro. Like there's no such thing as an objectively good movie, you know what I mean? That's all your opinion, bro. It's facts though. Movies and songs, all that shit is opinion based. There's no such thing as a good song because everybody has their own songs they like that they think that are better than others. It's subjective. That's what it means. It's opinions. So you're not gonna ask AI, oh, what's the best song ever made? Because they're gonna tell you some gay ass shit and you're not gonna fuck with it at all. And so that's subjective. So you can ask AI what 2 plus 2 is, but you're not gonna sit there and ask it what fucking what you should wear as an outfit today. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck?
that's how ChatGPT is now. People are having these conversations,
Literally,
like these deep of a conversation with
like make
ChatGPT.
up your
Like
fucking mind. Why are
they're,
you asking an AI to make up? That's different. That's subjectiveness. They need to
uh,
get the subjectiveness out of here. They
it's like
they stick to the truth.
it's like AI is gonna change from human relationships to like actual like artificial intelligence or like friendships. It's crazy. Like it's literally what it's getting to.
Straight up.
People
And
are just
then and then people are gonna become more autistic than ever, bro. That's why the fucking autistic people are rising, bro. And there's more of them now than ever, bro. It's all the fucking it's all the shit. It's all the shit in the water. It's all the shit in the water. It's the what's that shit called? What's that shit called,
bro.
bro?
People are just
The
becoming
fluoride.
more comfortable
Fluoride.
online. That's the
It's
real life.
fluoride,
It's
bro. No, fluoride's making people autistic and gay. It made the
all
frogs
right,
gay, bro. Alex Jones, bro.
all
Don't
right.
get me started. Don't, don't. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. All right.
All
But
right, it's
nah.
dead.
Final section chat. Final,
Stop
final
playing.
section. We're gonna wrap it up here. All right. But the future isn't about. I think. So I think maybe the future isn't about deleting social media. Maybe it's just making sure that you're out. You actually live outside and you exist outside of it because you can get consumed in that. You're gonna become a disco.
Oh shit, nigga. Bro, I need to have like a beep button or something, bro.
A soundboard.
Yes, bro. Like if I say some stupid shit, beep.
You're gonna spam it. You're gonna spam it, bro.
Oh god, I'm gonna make that shit loud as fuck too.
Ugh. All right. Mike, you got
Man,
anything
I'm
else?
dead.
Wiki for real.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Just build things, create things, share things, but don't forget to actually live the moments you're trying to capture. Yeah.
All right, chat. So, ending CTA here. Next episode, we're talking about something even crazier. AI becoming something that knows you better than you know yourself, which is pretty scary.
Some of you motherfuckers, some of them motherfuckers out there, bro. Some of them are like the most lame ass personality, bro.
Like,
And I think AI would honestly be their best friend. Honestly, like go for it, bro. Whatever makes you happy,
like,
because they're relying on happiness. They'll never be at peace. That shit out here.
all right, chat.
This motherfucker said like. I made him forget what he was thinking.
But
That's how they all woke up.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. See y'all in the next episode. Thank y'all. God bless y'all.
Oh my god.
Peace out.
Later.